Hello and welcome back to Queens of Pro Wrestling on TEW 2020. We are going into episode 6 of Queens, and we're going to the third episode of Queens Wrestling, the TV show. Last week was the best show we've had, with a awesome main event between Jungle Kiona and Deonna Purrazzo, and a really good opener between Neil Dashwood and Ashley Vox. Hopefully we can continue the momentum we gained last week, although I kind of doubt it. But, here's hoping. On to the show. Our show opens with a music video to hype up tonight's show. I needed a way to mooch pop off Stephanie, but I didn't want to cheat, so the way I do music videos is I have everyone or most of the major players of the show on screen, and then rate on the overness of the two most over people. In this case, it'd be Stephanie and Jordan. But this kind of spoils some stuff, but it's not major spoilers. Tonight, we will see the debut of Maki Ito with her idol gimmick. She got initial rating of very good, and Kiera Hogan's The Future gimmick is great, so good stuff. Large penalty to charisma during matches and angles. It's a swagger gimmick, so that doesn't really make sense, but whatever. Can be penalized for losing to a gimmicky / cartoonic gimmick. Could be better. Maki has an underdog gimmick and does not lose pop as easily, so that's good. 42, not an awful start to the show, so on to the next segment, where we get a music video for Maki's debut, and she benefits from having a groundswell of public support, which is good to hear. Maki introduces herself. She says she is the cutest in the world, and she's come to Queens to dominate the competition and rule. Her goal is to become the Queen of Queens and the biggest star in wrestling. You will all soon know the name Maki Ito. So 33-second rating, not bad considering she has no pop in the US. On to her debut match. Maki Ito does not get a great start in Queens as she loses to the veteran Madison Eagles. Madison Eagles debuted 2 weeks ago. The Master of Wrestling, true to her moniker, she beats Maki using her superior ring IQ, I guess you could say. She wins with the Heaven Sent, which is... I'm not really sure what that is. I know it's one of her finishers, obviously, but I just looked this up. I know the Hellbound is a fireman's carry neck breaker onto her knee. I'm not sure what the Heaven Sent is. Anyway, I'm rambling. It doesn't matter that much. Madison Eagles with a 57. Again, true to her name as the Master of Wrestling. And 47 from Maki, which is not bad. It's really good, actually. Maki benefited from groundswell of public support, which is good. Crowd would turn off by having a match outside of the pre-show between pre-show workers, yeah. This is going to happen a lot, like I said in the last episode, but we just have to power through it. 43-second rating isn't bad, though. On to the next segment, where we get another video hyping up the debut of Martina. She says, the party begins next week, and we're all invited. 43-second rating, which is really good, actually. Impressed. So, next segment. After her impressive win in the main event last week, Jungle Kiona impresses again as she beats Rhea Von Slasher by pinfall with the Hammer Throw Powerbomb. 36 from Rhea Von Slasher, which is alright. 53 from Jungle Kiona, which is really good. Next segment. After a commercial break, we see Jungle Kiona and Madison Eagles are in Stephanie McMahon's office. She says to both of them that they've both impressed her over the past few weeks, and she wants to see what they can do in the ring against each other, and books a match for next week. And the main event scores pretty darn well. Kiera Hogan defeats Jordan Grace by submission after interference from her tag team partner and manager in this instance, Tasha Steeles. 54 from Jordan Grace, which is good, and 45 from Kiera Hogan, which is not bad. Tasha Steeles debuts her Borukua badass gimmick, and it's very good. Wins and losses have a greater impact on momentum than normal. That's kind of an oof. But I do try to I am pretty good with keeping people with positive momentum. 53 segment rating, that's pretty good. It's up there in our best matches. I think that would be 5th. Yeah, 5th. These are 5th or 4th. I'm not sure. Anyway, this is the main event match, but onto the main event segment. Tenille Dashwood is in the ring, and she is boasting about how she won her TV debut for Queens last week, and about how on the premiere she stole the show by making the champion leave on her back, or laying the champion out with her, thanks to her muscle, Ronnie Nicole. Tenille says that last week was only a preview of what she'll do to Meiko Satomura, and what Ronnie did to Meiko was only a preview of what Ronnie can really do. They are a force to be reckoned with, and you are looking at the next Queen's World Champion. Tenille goes off to leave, but then the music of Meiko Satomura hits, and she comes running down, and Tenille obviously slides out the ring, and Ronnie just sits there waiting for Meiko, and they square up, and Meiko and the two brawl. And while it seems, oh look, Meiko is actually getting the upper hand against the more stronger person in Ronnie Nicole, Tenille slides back in the ring and hits Meiko with a roaring elbow, stopping her in her tracks. Once again, the show ends with Tenille holding the world title high. And we finish our show to get a 48. Not a bad show. Once again, if you like the video, feel free to like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Helps the channel. It's free, doesn't really hurt you. And we'll see you next time. Once again, for Queens of Pro Wrestling. Thanks for watching.